All right, ladies and gentlemen, the doc had to take time out of his busy fucking schedule to address this situation, right? Good, Doc, back again. Once again, let's lock in. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into it. Y'all need to stop chasing ass in these rural parts of the Philippines or rural areas in any part of any foreign country that you're going to, okay? Stop chasing booty, stop chasing tail, stop chasing all that ass in these rural provincial areas in any part of any foreign country that you go to. Now, I'm gonna say a couple of names that you guys may not be familiar with if you're not familiar with the area, but I'm just trying to tell you and sell you on a point so that you guys can understand exactly where I'm coming from, okay? I lived in Davao City, right? I love Davao City, I trust Davao City. I believe Davao City is pretty much safe. I had no problem meeting women in Davao City, no problem with anything as long as it was done in Davao City. Now, I can vouch for Davao City. I personally cannot vouch for any of the areas on the outskirts of Davao City. Now, Davao City is located in the Mindanao region, and a lot of you may or may not know, but a lot of people have a preconceived notion about the unsafeness of the Mindanao region, okay? And to an extent, I happen to agree. I can vouch for Davao City. But when you're traveling south, going to Jensen and places like Digos and North and South Cotabato and of course Zamboanga, I can't vouch for them, right? Because now we're outside of the major city, one of the major, if not the majorest cities in the Mindanao region. I can't vouch for that, right? Going north past Tagum, I can't really vouch for that, right? So Tagum is probably about where I would stop at as far as quote unquote being able to vouch for. But outside of that, when you start to get into those rural areas, I can't really vouch for that. So, you know, I love Cagayan de Oro. This is the last point in last city. Cagayan is something that is ingrained in me. I love that fucking place. I don't know why, right? Davao City is always gonna be home first and foremost, but Digos is a close second. Not Digos, but Cagayan de Oro is a close second. But when you're going past Cagayan de Oro, CDO, in the Marari area, oh hell no. I would never tell you guys to go there because I can't vouch for it. And my brother Oscar sent me some pictures and stuff. Shout out to you, my brother. I got the email. I was a little bit late on it. My bad. But he sent me some pictures of some shit that they were bombing churches and shit in these, you know, these rural areas, not necessarily in Marari, but in those rural areas on the outskirts of Cagayan de Oro, which is on the other side of CDO going north. And it doesn't surprise me. But at the same time, it does open the floor and put me in a position where I would be remiss if I didn't tell y'all can't be chasing ass into these cities, right? So what do I want you to do? Find your city and tell that chick to come to you, okay? Davao City, man, look, I'm in Davao City, love. Get your ass on don't be nice. Don't tell her to get her ass on the bus, but tell her, you know, get on the bus, come see me, right? I'll make sure I take care of your fare, of course, because you're traveling to come see me, but come see me here. It's nice here, we go to the movies here, and there's probably a whole lot more to do than what you would do if you were in her area. Now, here is where I kind of hate having to tell you to do this, because to an extent, I'm going to say something that a lot of guys can co-sign on and rock with, right? I say don't chase ass to the rural areas, but I'm not telling you not to meet girls from rural areas, because I personally believe that, you know, these types of ladies, the overall overwhelming majority of ladies that come from these provincial rural type areas are usually the best young ladies to deal with, because they're not as tainted by everything that's happening in the world. I'm not saying that they don't have access to it, but because their area doesn't provide probably a lot of access to a lot of things that we personally don't like, you'll probably find a young lady that does have some of those quintessential personality characteristics that you're looking for in a young lady. You'll probably find that more so in a provincial young lady than a lady from the city. That's pretty much what I'm saying. But I can almost guarantee that if you do meet one and you do have her come to you, there may be a chance that baby girl's gonna be like, hey, I want you to come see my city. I want you to come check it out. It's so nice there. It's so beautiful. It's calming. It's relaxing. It's very peaceful. Not a lot going on, da-da-da. And then you have to make a choice, right? You're stuck with that very hard choice. And I'm gonna tell you, nah, I'm good, right? Because you have to have her to be your backup while you there. Like, you can't go nowhere by yourself, just as a safety precaution. And even if you're with her, that doesn't necessarily guarantee your safety. Even if you're with her relatives, family, cousin, whatever it may be, that still doesn't guarantee your safety. So now that puts me in a position where I'm like, look, man, I find it better in a more precautious way of doing things to just not go there. Just don't, right? I don't think it's necessary, right? Don't chase ass into these provincial areas. Bring the tail to you, all right? And yes, it's gonna cost you money, but damn, and I promise you, it ain't gonna break the bank. I mean, damn, unless you flying her first class from one city to the next, you know, it ain't gonna cost you much. If it's just a bus ride coming in here, what, $10 maybe? Hell, I'll even cap it at 20. That's back and forth, but that's a lot, bro. For me to say 1,000 pesos, bro, that is a lot of fucking bread. And it's only $20 at top end, man. I can't imagine a girl traveling to you in a way that's gonna cost more than that, right? But you can't be out here in these provincial cities, bro. It's scary, right? I've done it a couple times because, again, I was with my fiance, wife at the time, and we was good with it. And she could vouch for it. She told me straight up, you know, yeah, it's cool. I got my family here. She had her mom and her siblings and all that stuff. And usually I just kicked it at the house, and I wasn't there for an extended period of time. And Surigao del Sur, where she's from, it was actually nothing wrong with it, right? But again, there are certain areas I can't vouch for, specifically in reference to your safety as a foreign man, right? I can't even say that I vouch for Surigao. I could just say that I've been there and I haven't had any issues. That's just me, right? I can't tell you what it could be like for somebody else. So I want you gentlemen, if you ever deal with young ladies from provincial areas, please exercise a level of fucking caution, okay? And I want you to exercise this level of caution simply because going there may not be your best bet. Bring her to you, right? If it's really something that you really want, mind you, bring that ass to you. Bring it to you. Because I promise it'll put you in, I believe, a safer situation, right? Because a lot of y'all know Davao City, and I'm just speaking more so the Mindanao region, but again, even if it's Cebu or in Manila in the rural areas, I would still recommend the exact same thing. But I know Davao, right? So because I know it, and because I feel like, you know, you have all the access that you need to anything to entertain your particular young lady or man, if that's your vibe, you know, your malls, your movies, and all of that good shit is there. And I don't want you to have to be like, oh man, she wants me to go to her province. She says her province is beautiful and I'm interested in having these profound fucking experiences and shit. Okay, if you want to have those profound experiences, I don't want to tell you not to have it, but I do recommend you exercise the most extreme precaution when choosing to do so. And that's my time, effort, and energy, y'all. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your lives. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your significant others should you choose to accompany and or entertain young ladies that come from these provincial, indigenous, rural areas that represent the Philippines or any foreign country in which you are visiting at this moment. I just say be careful, gents, because at least in Mindanao right now, they're still out there, you know, unfortunately bombing churches, and you know, just certain hotspots are becoming targets for no particular reason whatsoever. I don't want you to be a victim, if that makes sense. I don't want you to become a victim of you trying to enjoy and live your best life in these smaller areas, okay? So exercise precaution. If you're already there, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why you're there, and hopefully you've been able to navigate and figure out something that works best for you. But if you haven't been there, I would tell you for now, don't go there. Give it time. Spend some time with her in the major cities. Yeah, it might be a little bit more expensive. You might have to put up a little bit more cash, but I promise you, if you're traveling to the Philippines broke, don't know why you're there. You're gonna have to come out of pocket for a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I promise you, it should not break the bank. It should not break the bank for you to be able to bring a young lady to you. Okay, if you really want to do that, or you could just talk to a young lady that's already in the area, and you ain't got to bring nobody from nowhere, right? But going there, nah. I can't co-sign that. I just cannot, right? That's my time, effort, and energy, man. All my good stuff, good docs, good books. Sign up for SoFi if you haven't already. Linked in the description area below. Merch and all that good jazz, man. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, bro. Doc is out. Peace.